everyone, since a few of you were asking me how I make my thumbnails, I decided to make this Wednesday video about my thumbnails. So for making my thumbnails, these are all of the apps that I have on my phone, but I end up using these two most of the times when I'm in a hurry, and occasionally Canva. To make your thumbnails under 10 minutes, you need to have a general idea of what your thumbnail is gonna look like. And let's start with backgrounds. You can make a collage for your background in PicsArt, or you can just stick to blurring the background of your image in PicsArt, but I'm not gonna get into details for that. Today we are just sticking to a plain image for our backgrounds. Open up PicsArt and click on the plus sign, then scroll all the way down and pick the canvas that is in the ratio of 16:9. Thereafter, I want you to click on any of the shapes and select fill. Now you can choose the color of your background by clicking on that little black box and adjusting the colors, and then you fill the screen using that shape, and that way you have a plain background to start with. Now, if you are happy with this plain background, then you can skip to the following timestamp. But if you are not, then I have some options for you. If you want some pattern in the background, Canva is a great tool for you. Just open up Canva, add illustrations, and search for the background and choose any of the free options. You will be able to customize every color that goes in the background, and I find this helpful since I decided the colors for my channel a few weeks ago while designing my channel banner. More about the color selection later, but yeah, if you want to get really specific with the color of the pattern in your background, then Canva is an amazing option for you. But you can also look up for aesthetic backgrounds or wallpapers on Pinterest and use them for your thumbnails if you don't want to be super specific. And just in case you don't end up liking the colors, then you can adjust the hue and the saturation in PicsArt. So that way you can keep the pattern or the shape or whatever it is that you like about the background and change the color as per your liking. Now that you have a background that you're happy with, let's add our picture onto that. So choose an image which conveys the mood of your video. You can do a thumbnail photo shoot at the beginning or the end of your filming process. Now you could just smile, but then again humans respond to emotions. Hence you are more likely to get clicks if you look like any of these emojis in your thumbnails. But that's kind of cringe, so maybe just stick to smiling, I don't know. Open your background in PicsArt and click on Add Photo. Select the image and then scroll to the right and select the free crop tool. Here, click on the option of person. Now the area under the red portion is what's going to show up in your thumbnail. If you're still not sure, then you can click the right arrow in the upper right corner and that will give you a preview. You will most likely find some things that you need to change because this free crop selection is not the most accurate. So you can go back by clicking on the upper left corner of your screen, and then you can change the selected area using the brush and the eraser tool. So use the eraser tool on the areas that you do not want to be selected for your thumbnails and go over the edges using the brush just to make sure everything is perfect. And if you want to work on details, you can zoom in as much as you want to, and you can also change the size of the brush and the eraser too. Now this process can take a few minutes, so feel free to turn up some music in the background to keep you company. Once you are done, look at the preview one last time and click on the right arrow and resize the image by using the bottom right corner, and you can change its position by simply dragging it with your finger. Once you are happy, add a border to your image by choosing border. You can adjust its thickness and choose its color. Once I'm happy with the border, I like to add a shadow. So select the shadow, adjust the blur and opacity, position and color as per your liking. Once you are satisfied with the shadow, you can also choose from several filters in effects, and you can adjust the amount of filter by making them fade as much as you like. I usually choose the HDR tool and I end up turning up the blur slightly and turning the unsharp almost to 0. That way I get the kind of effect I want. And you can also adjust the exposure, highlights, shadows, saturation, contrast and sharpness of your image in adjust. Once you are happy, it's time to add some stickers. Click on the stickers tool and search for whatever you want. Select from any of the free options. Now my favorite part about PicsArt is that you can edit all of these stickers the same way you would edit the image. So I always change the hues and saturation of the sticker to match the vibes of the rest of my thumbnail. I also add borders and shadows to all of my stickers. Just make sure while positioning the stickers that you are leaving adequate space for the text. If you are confused about this, then you can obviously add the stickers at the end of your thumbnail making process. You can actually change the order of any of these processes, just the background has to be first, then you can do whatever you want. Now, one last tool in PicsArt is the brushes. Now you can use the brushes tool to watermark your thumbnails, or you can simply add something extra to your thumbnails using the brush tool. If you want a little frame around your thumbnail, then click on border, turn the outer border all the way down, and then you can change the color and thickness of the inner border as per your liking, and that way you have a pretty frame around your thumbnail. If that's what you want to watermark your thumbnails, or you just think it's pretty, I don't know. Now for adding text onto my thumbnails, I use Phonto. Open up Phonto and open up the image you just created in Phonto. Click on add text. Type in what you like and select the font. Now, these are the fonts that I like to put in my thumbnails, but you can choose whichever font you like. Make sure the font is easy to read. So keep it simple, and the bigger the text, the better, because that way you know that you can read it easily even if the thumbnail is sized down in people's notifications or recommended or suggested or wherever they are seeing your video. Just remember, your thumbnail is gonna look several times smaller to other people, so make sure that everything is easy to read even when sized down. Now you can download whichever font you like from thefont.com and find them in My Fonts while you are using Phonto. You can adjust the size, color of the text, and also add a stroke or a border and adjust its thickness as well as color. Now, if you get confused about the color of your text, there is this site called colors.com, and it allows you to generate a color palette of about 5 colors. Keep clicking generate until you find a color that you like, lock it in place, and click generate again until all of the colors on your screen make you happy. You can download that image onto your phone and then enter the hexadecimal code of whichever color you want in Phonto. Next time you are making thumbnails, you have only these 5 colors to choose from, and lesser options shorten your decision making process to such a great extent, and that way you are able to work faster. If you ever find yourself uninspired or confused, there are a lot of channels devoted to aesthetics, so you can just get aesthetic font ideas, or you can find inspiration from Instagram story ideas. There are no limits to your creative freedom. Make the thumbnail of your dreams. That being said, please do not put anything important in the bottom right corner, because that's where the duration of your video goes. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'm working on a few intro templates right now. Let me know if any of you guys are interested, and maybe I'll drop that video next Wednesday. If you are a YouTuber yourself, make sure to check out my playlist about editing, filming, and everything else that a YouTuber needs. More YouTube related videos to come every Wednesday, so make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell so you are notified whenever my new video is out. That being said, hope you guys have a wonderful day ahead of you. Take care, and I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye!